not just as you get older, as you earn more income. See, here's the thing that women don't get.
Because you're saying it lowers the market for us. Because if we want somebody that's
women become prisoners of their success, whereas men become free from their success. Your success shackles you to a very small demographic of men, and these men are not going to sit there and be monogamous to you. You can't have a winner to yourself, is what I'm trying to tell you.
So you're saying that you think that a man can never be...
So I went to a very nerdy university, and I was pushed into higher education, and it's for that exact same reason, that you needed to be able to sustain yourself as a woman if you don't come across a man that can match your income or can provide for you, whatever. But you do run into like a plateau where if you start making more money, you run out of options. Like you run out of options because they can't match it and they can't surpass it, and then you're stuck. And now you're in your late 20s, early 30s, and you're like, do I have to date a 45-year-old to find someone? Like, what? And you kind of screw yourself over because you could be doing both. You could be as a young, like in your young 20s, you could be like, I'm outside, Then you reach the point of your like 27, 28, 29, you're like, one, I'm tired. Two, this is not fulfilling because everybody's outside. You're not going to find anything long lasting. Or you could be the girl that goes to school and just stays and does all the schoolwork. And then when you're done, you're like, bro, it's just women. Like, there's no men.
Why can't you enjoy, like, having fun and having a life with a man in your 20s?
No, I think you totally can. I'm just saying personally, me. Right, yeah, and I think it depends on the person, too. So if you are interested in having relationships, like, I put relationships last on my totem pole of what's important for me as a woman in my 20s.
If I was to go back, I wouldn't have done as much school as I did because I literally screwed myself over.
Because but you're saying if like your ideal perfect guy walked into your life right now, like you're saying that you wouldn't prioritize that opportunity or that relationship just because you're in your 20s?
No, not necessarily. Like if everything's working, so I want to like draw back on that. Like if everything's like perfect and they're really building me as a person too, that's one thing. But I think that a lot of people are always like looking for that next person who's going to be like that. When you're not looking, like things will come to you. So I think naturally, yeah, you can find a connection that you want to harness. But I think women are so quick to like want to latch on sometimes, or, you know, men always just want to have a pretty girl by their side. I think that in your 20s, as a young female who wants to be successful and have that independent route, you know, I think that it's important for us to not always focus on having a man in our life.
Yeah, but there's a balance between self-discovery as a woman and just screwing yourself over. Like,
yeah, and I get that because some people will wait so long and like you said, the pool gets smaller. But I think at the end of the day, when you choose a partner, all that'll play out.
No, I'm telling you, you could play that game. Like you can wait, have your independence, etc. But when you hit 29, 30 and you finally find that guy that meets your level, you better accept him getting his dick sucked by other girls because you're not going to find another guy is what I'm trying to tell you.
I have a question.
You will no longer have the bargaining power to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
You will be older.
At 30.
You will have made more money.
30.
You will be more experienced. That man will be older, have more money, be more experienced. But the negative is that the girls find this attractive. Men don't. So he can replace you sooner than you can replace him.
And he's going to want a younger girl who's going to be 23, who's not experienced, so he can mold her.
He's going to want you now.
Yeah. And the thing is 23-year-olds and 24-year-olds and young girls in their 20s will find the guy that's meant for them. And then they'll sabotage it because they're going to be like, well, I want to go do my own thing in my 20s. And then when you're 28, 29, 30, you're like, oh, shit.
I feel like when you
that is so true. I just found out from the Rolls Royce nigga.
Yo, what's your name again?
Mena.
W Men in the chat.
Yeah.
W Men in the chat. That's
I mean, no, that's real talk. I think this is one thing like that because what you're saying is what typically like feminists will say. A lot of your arguing points of equality and I want to live my life and stuff. That's cool. But I think we need to let women know that comes at a consequence. And that consequence is that what feminism has done is it's inadvertently given all the power to the top tier guys. Okay? I'll be honest with you. Me and Fresh, we're just fucking these girls, bro. We're not taking none of y'all serious, man. Like, and we're probably not going to wife no chicks. We're just doing what we want to do because we finally reached a certain point, made a certain amount of money, reached a certain level of status. We're not taking no girl serious like that. So, and my thing is, I will look a girl dead in her face and say, I'm going to have sex with other girls. I'm not going to be monogamous. You're stupid if you think it is. Because I've gotten to a point where I can tell a girl straight that to her face. Now, my thing is, you don't strike me as a girl that would accept that. Cool. Well, are you going to lower your standards? Doesn't look like it.
I mean, I'll have to find out. I'm not in that point in my life yet where I've experienced that. So I think that I can't really speak.
But he's saying don't wait till it's too late.
Yeah, don't wait.
All the guys at the top think like this.
Yeah.
All our multimillionaire friends think like this. Anybody that has any type of status or money, we all think like this.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, I can't until I'm like 29 or I can't until I'm like 30. I'm just saying that me personally, looking forward, I look forward to more of my success than finding somebody to, support me through life.
But
That's fine.
but if you do get to that success,
right?
Okay, as women, we always have a drive. We want to achieve. We want to like accomplish something so we can be like, yeah, we did it. Once you do it, you're like, now what? The next thing is having kids. Finding
1,000%.
Okay, so when you get
it
to
goes
that
back
point,
to what I said. Women are naturally lazy.
So
thank you for proving my point earlier.
No, it's not laziness.
It's not that the success stops either when you have kids. So.
But you never let me clarify. When I said women are inherently lazy, what I meant by that was producing, as far as like economic output, making money.
It's not laziness,
successful.
it's priorities. It's priorities.
Exactly.
Because if you are in your young 20s and you're procreating, you can screw yourself over out of a career. But then if you have the career, you're like limited in your options of a family. Exactly.
So we're basically just screwed.
But hold on.
No.
No. Well, let's ask ourselves, what do women derive the most pleasure from? Family and children, overwhelmingly, not a career.
Yeah.
So,
but like, remember how you said, oh, the man's always going to go for the younger woman, right?
Yes.
That's going to be throughout. So like, you find your dream man right now.
Yep.
10 years later, it's still going to happen to you, regardless if I wait or not.
Oh,
I get
but
what
that's self-sabotage. Don't do that. That's still self-sabotage because you could be saying, oh, well, I'm going to take the risk and leave something good for me. And he's helping me build and he's shaping me into the woman that I am for the streets. And then when I'm in the streets, it's dusty. They're all like weirdos. So you're just going to be like,
to the streets.
You're going to be like, bro,
but I personally haven't found a man like that. So like I'm saying, but exactly.
Her
so
problem, I can tell
saying,
she's dealt with a lot of pussies. Like, I mean, dudes are eating her box and she's not sucking her dick. She's dealt with a lot of lower value men, which is cool. I mean, she's 23, so I get it. But my thing is that if you're going to go down that road of success and everything else like that, just be prepared to potentially not find a guy. And then my thing is I tell girls, get a guy while you're still at your peak, while you're the most young and attractive.
Yeah.
Because as you age, men don't give a fuck about your career. We don't care about how much money you make, at least the guys that women chase typically. So it's up to you.
They want to enjoy your youth.
And going back to what I was saying, because a lot of girls have this fear, because you mentioned that. Oh, well, what if he leaves me when I get older? He's going to fuck a younger bitch anyway. Yeah, he might. But who has the ring? Who has the title? Who has the children?
House, cars.
There's a reason why they come up with the phrase, it's cheaper to keep her.
So you're saying two things, right? Either A, you find an older man while you're in your prime, in your 20s.
Yeah.
Or
a successful guy.
You're also saying that men, for the most part, are going to cheat on you.
They're always going to cheat on you.
Right? If I was a girl, I went in my dream world.